This is a reply message because it seems to me that when I try to really speak my truth, right? People want to shut me down. They want to take my voice. They want to sit here and delete. So listen, if you're going to rig the game and sit here and exploit and play with people, it is what it is. But that's not going to stop us from still saying what we need to say. Let me break something down for you, boo. The path of a light worker is different than a sorcerer. When you made a fuck agreement, you sold your soul to the devil, boo, you lowered yourself in the dimensions. You basically are their bitch. Make sense? Okay, so you work for them, honey. You're not free like us, dude. That's one thing. Number two, if we're sitting here being persecuted, tortured, put in jail, murdered, we got to go through pretty much 360 degrees of hell, right? Because that's the knowledge that we have to acquire. We have to literally descend. Then we have to transcend to then ascend. Okay, so we go through carbon, then we go through crystal, and then we go through light body, which is a transmutation process. If you actually know your universal laws, honey. If you know your universal laws, it really tells you that what goes around comes around. So if you sorcerers are obviously here attacking us, we don't tit for tat with you, boo, because we know better. We don't retaliate. We trust the process. Okay? So at this point, we put our faith in the Most High. That's where we come from. That's why we are what we are. We are the light, boo. So don't be jealous because you lost your light and you lost your divinity and you have to sit here and borrow your gifts and talents and abilities from bottom feeders. Make sense? People, you possess the power within. You do not have to practice witchcraft to obtain power. Do you understand? You have the thing called law of attraction. You also have karma, which is cause and effect. So people want to sit here and act like they control karma. You're not the Lord of karma, boo. This is why you have specific entities that represent those levels. Okay? Last time I checked, the dark still works for the light because our common goal is oneness. So you must not really know what your assignment is because last time I checked, your ass still stay in hell and I get to ascend and go home. You feel me? So when Jesus died on that cross, you might think he lost because he took a L, but he superseded this level, man. He passed the test, basically. He didn't allow fear of death to hold him down. He actually gave his life freely, honey. What kind of love is that? The love that you can't even feel or embody. And this is the reason why we even live. This is the reason for us being here, is to learn how to evolve in love. And if we can teach you how to see the light within yourself, boo, so you can get back to your original self before you fell from your divinity, honey, then it is what it is. But don't sit here and act like Christ was not in touch with his duality. He even told you that. That's part of the law of polarity and duality. This is school, boo, so we know it. We only here to graduate. Some of us who are ascended masters, we got to go through 360 degrees of hell. That's part of our contract, boo. We get born into karmic families. We get born into abuse of all sorts, spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, just like a super soldier gets trained, honey. No, a lot of light workers, they don't wake up to their own truth to know thyself. That's what happens. And they get caught up by the programming because, again, we're already being born in a set up situation where we're being binded in a prison with handlers and demons. Most of us light workers go through hell, boo. And that's what gives us our superpowers. We gain off this shit. We learn how to use our power. And thus we know how to transmute it. But a lot of them, like Christ, they don't know how to transmute negative energy. That's violet flame shit. Okay? Okay. We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that, boo. But some of us, we live on faith and virtue. And that's our test. Our test is faith. That we have to endure the trials and tribulations till the end without allowing ourselves to get out of character and bind ourselves to karma so we could sit here and be reincarnated one more fuck time. No, we didn't come for that. And just because I'm of the light don't mean I won't sit here and thump, boo. So at the end of the day, what is you saying? You act like Christ when flipping tables, talking about y'all out here like merchants. Honey, spirituality comes from the Father, God, the atom. So if you're not going direct to source, you sitting here messing with in-betweeners, boo. They don't have power. Just because you sat here and feel like you defeated us. Because you don't know our test. You see? It's not about this life, boo. It's about the next one. And last time I checked, this is the end of the play, dog. So everything now is going to determine where you headed in your afterlife. What matters is eternal life. So if you want to bind yourself to hell, boo, and stay here, it is what it is. We don't have to tit for tat. We don't have to get out of character for you, boo. We don't have to prove a point. And that's why you shall not test the Lord God in vain. You want to be blasphemy? That's cool. But at the end of the day, we know what it is. This is why we, like a lamb, we accept the slaughter. Because we understand that's like passing the test. We're not bonded by fear. You are. This is why anybody who will sit here and attack you is obviously fearful of you. If you're scared of the light, honey, which means the truth, do what you do, but you don't think you're going to pay for karma for sitting here attacking us? You don't talk about what happens after the fact. It's not like these sorcerers are starting to age. They're starting to lose everything that they gained. You see? They're starting to eat their medicine, boo, because like a mirror, I'm a reflection. I'm going to bounce that shit out right back onto you. That's why I said it's about knowing your shit. That's all it really is. And most of the people get mind fucked. That's what happens. They get mind fucked by narratives. And I'll sit here as a light worker and cuss your bitch ass out. Because at the end of the day, honey, I have nothing to fucking hide. But you see this darkness? Are you ready for your second death? It's one thing to have a first death, right? But it's one thing to actually, you see this dark screen right here? How would you like to spend eternity in your darkness or in a flame pit, being tortured by demonoids that you sat here in cahoots with? Because they convinced you to do what you do, and honey, you lost your rights to your divinity. So you trying to borrow divinity from Oshun, that's not enough. Because Christ supersedes angelic host. Remember that. So just because we lowered ourselves lower than the angel to show you that I don't have to sit here and live like you, and I don't have to stunt like you, that I'm virtuous, this is why I'm here. So I'm humble, and this is why Christ reincarnated as broke and poor and low. The lowest, he lowered himself to the angels to prove a point. He let people kill him. You see? So because we let you do something, you think you won? You don't see that we won all along? We claimed victory from the gate. We already won the war. And we ain't even finished the war yet. You might have won a battle, boo. But we talking about the bigger picture, because the devil focus on details. God focus on the bigger pictures, honey. And last time I checked, it is what it is. I don't fear death, so I'm not binded by this world. I will not have to stay here in my afterlife. This is hell, boo. This is a prison. That's why I said it's an illusion. This ain't where it's at. And a lot of us know that, because we know we're not even from here, bro. A lot of us, we waiting to go home. You get it? You get it? You get it now? Okay. So as long as we don't lose our cool and we don't sit here and tit for tat and bind ourselves to karma through retribution, this is why we let God fight our battles for us. But since you think you're God, honey, you're bigger than God, you will never embody his energy because you don't know him. You don't know the atom. You don't know the law of oneness. You don't even have your wisdom. You don't possess the codes. You're not all seeing and all knowing. That's why most of y'all lack foresight. Most of y'all don't even know your fate. Everybody that I know that was wicked, that sat here and attacked people, whether they won or... Let me tell you something. God only punishes those that he loves, yo. So that means that if he trying to get you to get right now while you alive, that means he giving you a chance to redeem yourself. Most of y'all people who don't get to reap karma while you're alive, that's because you going straight to hell. VIP, boo. And don't think some of us ain't certified to do that. Because like I said, some of us do work with dark and light. So fuck around and find out. That's why I'm balanced in my duality. And that's the point of doing the work. These are nothing but tests, boo. This is school. For you, it's a playground. So I'm going to tell you with the playground thing. If you want to sit here and play, you still got to pay Piper, boo, at the end of the game. And all you're doing is being used as a pawn to his game. You see how that works? So you're not even in control of yourself enough to know that you're being used. Ain't that some shit? You don't even have control over your own. That's why I said you setting yourself up disaster in the end. Where are you going? That's why I say stay your ass down here, boo. Because some of us, we getting ready for the new earth. And that's why I said most of us is too busy trying to build a new earth. Right? We trying to change this motherfucking planet than sit here and worry about the shit y'all do. Because if we're going to sit there and give you that much power, boo, and attention, what's the point, right? That's like giving you exactly what you want. This is why I said you could laugh. You could think you won in the end, boo. But look how many people. Do you want me to show you the list of all the people who sat here and sent me black magic and sat here and try to get death magic on me and try to swap my destiny and try to sacrifice me? And I'm going to tell you what happened to them. What happened to them, boo? See, not everybody's original, boo. A lot of these people out here are copies. But you going to fuck around and find the real one that is going to checkmate your bitch ass. You see? God just uses us as pawns. We're just worms. We're just being used, that's all. So you better just know what team you on. God tests humanity through us. So at the end of the day, we have enough strength to sit here and take a beating. We're spiritual gangsters. We take a beating, boo. We can take beating and still get back up like a nightmare. That's why I say, I don't know what light worker you dealing with. But that's obviously somebody who lacks knowledge. And those without knowledge will perish. Most light workers, they don't cover, they don't cloak, they don't cover themselves, they don't protect their energy, they don't protect their aura field. They're very vulnerable because of the purity. But you don't think God knows that, and you don't think that God still has her back. So just because you felt like you got away with some, it don't mean nothing, boo. You're binded by karma. You just keep being reincarnated into this prison. So let me know if it was worth playing the game or not. Because at the end of the day, we still all got to evolve in the law of oneness. We all still work for the one, including your dark ass. And I don't mean by your skin color. I mean by the heart that you carry. Because the heart is the way, right? We manifest what's in our heart. We bring life, what comes out of our heart. And that is the gateway to heaven. If your heart ain't clean, boo, you don't have the right intention, you're not going to make it. You're not going home. That ain't your home. So let me know what your fate is this time, because I think this is the part of the story where we're done. And this is where God's wrath is going to take care of all that. You see? Vengeance is of the Lord's. Holy Spirit, Shekinah. Fire burn them. Fire burn them. Fire burn them. Play with it, boo. Because y'all are my kids. Cosmic Divine Mother. You are my babies. And just like little children, you gotta sit there and put them on timeout and give them a little ass whooping here and now and then, or let them get their own ass whooping, because they playing with fire, and the light will expose those in the dark. It's all about the Akashic record, book of life, boo. It's all archived. That's why I say, you think somebody just sit there and take it? You think they're losers? You think they're weak? I think it takes a lot of strength to sit here and withhold tormentation, persecution, suffering, people trying to kill you and sacrifice you, just for you to not have to react. And if everybody could do that, we would have peace on earth, don't you think? So, sorcerers, why are you jealous? Why are you feeding off our energy and trying to harness our shit when you can't even come up with your own energy? But you gotta sit here and go to bottom feeders to get your energy? Because you're dealing with fallen angels, ain't you? Fallen entities. That's why they're stuck here. They can't come home. They got kicked out. That part. So, honey, I don't fear death. I welcome it. When it comes, it comes. Honey, I already died a few times. You see? And at the end of the day, boo, I accept whatever my fate is. That's a surrendering. That's having trust and faith in the Most High that everything will work out. This is my training, actually. This is all training. This is all knowledge, wisdom. We use all of it. It's all good, boo. Even the bad. It's all good. You see? Some of us is really old souls. We know better. That's why I said we know better. How many times you want to be recycled and used? You think karma don't exist? Okay, this is why y'all attack, because you don't know the law. Because if you knew the law of magic, you would know that what goes around come around. So no, you can't sit here and defeat the lords of karma and pretend and embody them and act like I'm karma. No, boo, that's not your position. That's why I said you're binding yourself to karma. You're in bondage. This is all about ascension, boo. When Christ taught us about ascension, he taught us how to free ourselves from this prison. The book of Enoch, it tells us this is an archon prison that we're being recycled into, that they sit here and drain us and encipher our creative energy. So for a light worker to actually free itself and ascend, they won, boo. They won. They won the battle. You get it? You get it? What happens when now you gotta eat your medicine? Huh? Because y'all the type that you won't stop until you drop. So let me remind you, all the people who went up against me, they're not here today. They destroyed their whole tree of life. They cursed themselves, boo, trying to mess with my anointment. And I didn't have to do anything. Okay? So not everybody is really living in their truth enough to get to that point to really understand what to do. And that's why I said most light workers get put in a situation where it's hard for them to awaken to their power or potential. Most of us, yes, end up dead, incarcerated, on drugs, or whatever, because of the system being rigged the way it is. It's already set up for failure. So what if we were to actually play fair, honey, like a one-on-one, or actually, not put in a cheating situation where it was fair? What if we actually played chess fairly, yo? Huh? I don't think you would win. Because again, for you to have to gang up on us like that shows you our power. When God ready to take us, you can't even control that. That's why I said, you're not God to be sitting here deciding who to give birth to and who to take life from. And if you do, you gonna live with that conscience, with that person's conscience. You gonna have to be persecuted for eternity, carrying the grief of that person on your shoulders. Because I'm telling you, why don't you go ask any serial killer who's sitting in a cage right now if they really happy for what they did, unless they're crazy. That's why I said most of them are being haunted by the very people they murdered. So you can play that shit if you want to, honey. I don't hear you. I don't see you. And I definitely wouldn't want to be you. I don't envy you whatsoever. I feel sorry for you, actually. Because you got to do all that to prove a point. And that's petty. That's why I say, why don't you get on my level for once? Oh, you can't. So why are you trying to compete with somebody that you can't even get in my lane? Catch me if you can. Because ascension is real, boo. You don't make it out of here, boo. You're binded. Most people are binded here, boo. This is hell, okay? So have fun in hell, though. Was it worth it? Do you feel better? You act like you gonna live forever on this planet, living good. That's why I say, where do you go after this? This is preparation for the next life. Did you know that? So for us, it's school. For you, it's a playground. But you still gotta pay the piper to play, boo. So it's not free play. Free will is binded by karma. Karma, hell, karma. Yeah. You've been to hell before? Well, I guess this is the time where you about to be acquainted. Because anybody out here doing witchcraft right now, it's over for them, boo. They all gonna perish by their own magic, by the very entities that they made agreements to. Them entities, no offense, don't love you, boo. And they're not who they say they are. Most of them entities, they lie to you. So you really think you're Oshun? Huh? Okay, honey, sure. So if you were Oshun, why aren't you of the light? Bogata! Huh? Because Oshun is a loving individual. She ain't a hater. She ain't a hater. And I know about Oshun. So she's not a hater. That's why I said she would never go out here and just attack people. That's not her nature. Like Mother Mary, like a lot of divine feminine energies. That's why I tell you, this is why you got Kali Ma. We let you don't know that the dark is against itself? You at war with yourselves. What you mean? You want to call this a shit show? It's a shit show. Y'all at war. The snake at war with itself. And that's why I mean, Mother Mary here, right now, her bloodline is here. And we trampling on Levithian, monitoring snake spirits. As long as you can monitor and know our moves, honey, you can counterattack us. But once you no longer have the ability to monitor us, you won't know our moves and you will no longer defeat us. You see how that works? Because as long as you have the information on our moves, you are sitting here counterattacking us. When you no longer have access to information or access of what we're doing, because some of us know how to cloak ourselves in the energy, you don't even see us. We'll shape shit right through you, boo. Shape shift right through you. How many times I've been in the presence of my enemies and they never even seen me, boo? I was right in front of them. They couldn't even see me. Explain that to me, please. Right. So I don't know who you talking to, boo, you know? But nobody decides people's fate. And just because when people leave, they leave. That's it. Usually it's already in your soul contract. There's already a predestined time. Some people leave before their time. Some people, extend, whatever. That's not determined by you, though. I know that. That's determined by Grim Reaper. And me and Grim Reaper is tight. That's my family. They love me, boo. That's why I said demons love me. Angels love me. Everybody love me, boo. I am love. You hate that you love me? Well, love is the only thing that will conquer hate, and it's a fine line between the two. So why don't you get on this side for once? Huh? I don't have to do magic, boo. That's why I said, that's like giving away your power. Okay? So go ahead. Go prove a point, because that's what you people do. You got too much ego. You got too much to prove out here, man. That's why we laugh at you, dog. We really do. We laugh at you. Because we don't allow your hatred for us to control how we feel or change our hearts or change our character. And that's our test, boo. As long as we don't lower ourselves dimensionally, we won. Our goal is ascension. Our goal is new earth. You see? Honey, the enemy, y'all literally... I'm not going to get into the amount of warfare that I've had to go through, and they still going. And they still not going to stop me, boo. But what like Jesus tell me, right? Yahusha tells me. Because you are the light, you're going to have to deal with these things. But the more we keep coming, the more things are going to change for the better. Eventually, we're going to be able to really make a heaven on this earth. That's the goal, boo. Ask me, why wouldn't you benefit from that? Huh? What's wrong with you? Why wouldn't you benefit from that? Exactly. Anyways, let's see if they won't delete this video, because it seems to me they target everything I do. I don't get a fair share or a fair chance. So sorry, if the game is rigged, that means that you have to play dirty for you to win. And you didn't even win. In the end, you didn't. You just racked up a rap sheet. That's what I said. You can't win. You sitting here attacking people. And now I'm telling you right now, whoever's out here doing witchcraft, any warlock, wizard, witch, sitting here attacking my light workers, honey, they gonna pay with their life, boo. They going to hell. You understand me? They're gonna die by their own magic. The entities that they are contracted with are turning against you. You don't know the snake bites its own tail? That's the plan all along. Okay then. So what happens when they don't have your back anymore? What happens when that power that you had fades? Because that's what happens with that demonic energy. It fades. It's fake power. It's just there to make you think you're in control and you're that bitch. And that's that ego, boo. And you must surrender that ego if you want to ascend. You get it? You get it? It's about ascension, please. If you want to learn more, boo, holla. I'm here to teach freely. It's free, boo. I'm not charging you. Yahusha never charged nobody to heal them, to resurrect them from the dead. He was out here performing miracles and works that you warlocks and witches and conjurers and sorcerers can never, boo. You wish. You wish. He was a master alchemist, bro. He was a healer. He was a twin flame. He's an ascended master. And ascended masters, we run this shit, boo. We run this shit. That's why I said, we don't have nothing to prove to you, boo. This is for our soul evolution. We here as a spiritual being having a human experience, boo. Everything we going through is for us, for our salvation, for our evolution. It's not for yours.